I live 105 kilometres from the nearest shop, and my nearest bank is actually 500 kilometres away. Girls, come on, out you go, out you go.
Tanya Henley runs a station in a remote part of WA's unforgiving outback.
Where are we going? Come on. No one comes up here very often. The locals, say, there's nothing after the fence, after the farming. It's just me.
She's got some pretty wild stories from her 18 years living out here, but nothing compares to what happened on Friday.
Well, she was just on this side of the road here. As I came down the road, she was walking. I could see her. She was probably here, and then she was waving her hands. No, I gave her a hug and I said, look, everybody's been looking for you.
German backpacker Carolina Wilga had been missing for 12 days. The 26-year-old set off from the port city of Fremantle in late June, heading northeast to WA's Wheatbelt region. Her family in Germany became worried after not hearing from her for days. Interpol raised the alarm with WA police, who alerted the media on the 4th of July.
Certainly unexplained, her disappearance. Carolina could be travelling in remote WA. She could be off-grid, not have access to her phone.
A frantic search begins to retrace Carolina's footsteps. CCTV shows her at a service station in 2J, 86 kilometres northeast of Perth. The next day, Carolina is at a general store in the small town of Beacon, home to around 100 people. The store is closed, so she looks through the window and leaves. This CCTV footage becomes the last known sighting of the 26-year-old. Locals start to fear the worst.
Yeah, so after searching my mates and friends, I reckon 2 million acres, we just knew she wasn't there. We proved where she wasn't, but we didn't know where she was.
What did you think her chances were?
Oh, I was praying for her, put it that way.
A lot of us around here know the vastness of that area and how extensive the search would have had to have been.
"11 days since she was last seen on CCTV, police find Carolina's van in the Caroon Hill Nature Reserve, about 35 k's inland from any main tracks, but no sign of the young traveller.
But the question was, if she was no longer in the vehicle, how long had she stayed there? In other words, how long should she be out walking in the wilderness?
Dr. Paul Lucken is a search and rescue expert and regularly consults with authorities on these types of missions. He says he got a call from WA police once Carolina's car was found.
She had left her water bottle in the car and her phone and the keys, so that raised concerns. But the best case scenario was that she was alive, lost, carrying water. The other scenarios were that she had got lost and injured.
Dr. Lucken and the police didn't know how much water Carolina had taken from the car.
Unless she was carrying water or was lucky enough to find water, the prognosis was very dim, and we had very grave concerns that she would be alive at that stage. Nevertheless, police work on the best possible case scenario and throw maximum resources at that.
The following day, a life-saving encounter.
I knew straight away it was her. I mean, no one else would be walking out here.
Tanya says Carolina was barefoot and covered in midgie bites when she found her, more than 20 kilometres from her bogged car. She had spent 11 nights in the bush, surviving by drinking from rain and puddles and finding shelter in a cave.
Pretty amazing, isn't it? It really is. I mean, amazing that she survived that long. She said she dug a hole to kind of in the ground to try and keep warm. She didn't say a lot else. She said she ate a few flowers or something, and I thought, oh, I wouldn't eat any flowers out here. You know, miracles? Like it gets bandied around all the time, you know, but I don't know. It's a miracle she survived, and it's a miracle that actually we basically met there.
Carolina was flown to a hospital in Perth where she remains in a stable condition. Beacon residents are relieved, but say not everyone is so lucky. Local man Barry Padmore went missing while prospecting in the Caroon Hills area in December.
There certainly hasn't been the attention around Mr. Barry's disappearance, but he was certainly a well-liked member of the community, and the community here certainly, there was an extensive search by his family for him, and they've managed to find his vehicle, but they haven't found him or his body yet.
I always say to people, don't plan to go and do a trip, plan to survive. So planning and preparation, making sure people know where you're going, having your personal locator beacon, stay with the vehicle. The vehicle is almost invariably, if not always, found before the missing person.
In a statement released today from hospital, Carolina said she left her car in a state of confusion after crashing and hitting her head. She thanked police, medical staff and her rescuer and angel, Tanya.
Yeah, what will stick with me? Well, yeah, the expression on her face, like she just couldn't believe that someone had found her. I would like to actually catch up with her, and I will, yeah.